Hey guys, this is just what I've been working on past couple of days. It's the Robin 7.5 horsepower. It's an EY20HD. This is the compliance plate thing. You can't see it probably, but it says model EY28D. Maximum horsepower 7.5 at 4,000 RPM. And it has 273 cc's. It's displacement. And then it just has instructions on starting and crap like that. It has a big shaft. Don't think sexually, guys. Terrible. Okay, so the shaft is... I know it's 25 mil. I'm just sort of showing you guys. So you can see, so that's... If my camera wasn't so shit, you could see that's 25 mil. So the only way to put this engine on a go-kart is to have a pulley, and here a drive pulley on the axle on the go-kart, and then another pulley that is a tensioner, an adjustable one. So what you would have is a stationary piece like this. You would have another one coming off it that's on a pivot, and then you have the pulley on the pivot point. So just imagine there's a pulley there, a drive pulley there, and this is the adjustable one. So the belt is coming around. To engage it, you pull a cable which is connected on the end there, and that pulls the pulley up, which will tension the belt drive. And then if you want to disengage it, then you just let it go, and it will push the pulley down, which will then just loosen that whole thing. So you're just having a tensioner that tensions the belt. So I'd have that set up on like a handbrake or something, or I'd have a third pedal, but handbrake's probably the easiest, and then you just have like sort of a locking thing. Yeah. Anyway, so now to the engine. I've rebuilt this. I didn't make a video, guys. I'm sorry, because I was just too busy on it, and it's just too annoying to keep, have to clean your hands and make a video, and then, yeah, do all that. It's just a lot quicker if I did all this. So I took the crankcase off, took all the cam and everything out, so I could lap the valves. You can lap the valves with all that in, but it doesn't really lap them properly, apparently. I've been told this by a pretty good engine knowledgeable guy, so yep, that's what I do. So I took the cam out, and I just cleaned it all out because it's been sitting for so long. It had sludgy oil in it, and it's just gross. So yeah, it's not you don't have to clean that out, but I did anyway, just so I could see if anything was seized or stuck. Then I took the head off, which was pretty easy. All you do is take out these 4 bolts that hold the tank on, take the tank off, and then the head's right there. So then I took the head off, and like I said, lapped the valves and just cleaned up everything in there. The valve springs on these are actually pretty weak. I was expecting them to be a bugger of a job to get back on, but that was easier than a Briggs. Because usually I work on like 2 to 3 horsepower, it's really hard because you have to have tiny little fingers. I love working on this one. Like, for example, with the Briggs 2 horsepower, to get the crank, to get the rod off, it's so fucking hard. You gotta get like this, you gotta get your ratchet in there, like, god, you can hardly fit it in there, and I stripped the bolts basically trying to do it. On this one, you take it out, the rod bolts are like there, or like there. You got like tons of space, so it's awesome. I just put this little NGK spark plug end on. I got this from Carman. I'm running an NGK plug in there. I don't think it's the right plug, but I mean, for a test, it doesn't really matter. Just getting that on there. That'll do for now. I cleaned out the carb because when I took the carb off, it just like all this petrol drained out of the bowl, and it was just disgusting. So it smelled like really, really bad. So what I did was just took the bowl off, which is easy. You just take off a little nut on the bottom, or bolt, I should say. And then I just cleaned out all the sludge that was in the bottom of this thing. It's almost like carbon looking crap. It was disgusting. This is actually a proper Makuni carburetor. Oh, you can't see it's hidden by the exhaust, but yeah, it is a proper Makuni carburetor. So that is obviously the choke. The accelerator is in there. I don't know how to connect this governor. If you guys could tell me, that'd be great. At the moment, I just have a return spring set up from this to there. And then what I'm going to do is set up a wire from this throttle arm. Set up a wire from that throttle arm to this. Because I'm pretty sure like this is like the accelerator, like when you have concrete mixers and shit like that. That's your accelerator. And then so I think you put a wire from those little holes that are in there to your throttle arm, and then from your throttle arm a return spring to this, because I think like when your engine revs too much, this thing will pull back and it will pull back your throttle. I'm not really sure how these work. I've never really played around with them, so yeah, if you guys could just tell me how to set this up, because I can't really find a manual anywhere, so it's really annoying. So yeah, that's about it, I guess. When I first got this from Carl, it didn't turn over, or it did, but like really hard to turn over. I found the problem, well, what I think it was the problem anyway. Basically, it was just because it was dirty. Basically, when I took it off, the little channels that the valves go down in, through the engine, they were like filled up with shit. So I had to blow that out with the air compressor to get it to go. So now you can see it turns over really easily. The compression stroke is like an ass to get over. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that one's like super hard to get over, but I can pull it over. So I attached some rope on there and tested the spark. The spark is perfect, like bright blue. And yeah, to start it, what I did was, I haven't started it, but like to pull it over nicely, what you do is you get it just on the top of the compression stroke and then pull it, and then it won't like rip your arm out of its socket. So yeah, anyway, I possibly might put this on the go-kart. I'm not really sure yet. It just depends how it runs. All I need to get is a little well, I need to put this back in. I'm not going to use this, but I'll just put it back in, so I've got a cap on there. And then I need to get like a little thing for the oil filler thing. Yeah, it is broken, but it still works, so it's alright. I just need to get a bolt that fits in there, because the little cap things, it broke, and to get one, it's just like, I have to go all the way to Welshpool, which is ages away, so, yes. So I'm just going to get a bolt that fits in there, and that should be good, and I just need to get some oil. I'll just get car oil, something like that, and then I can give it a run. So hopefully it all goes. I don't see why it won't go. It's got a spark, it's got fuel, it's got a clean carburetor, it turns over, it'll have oil, so yeah, I don't really see why it won't work. And that's about it, guys. That's the 7.5 horsepower Robin Subaru engine. So catch you guys later.